fans. I am backstage with the big winner tonight.
He is undefeated in the squared circle.
No one beats us to the punch.
Fans, I am backstage after the big fight in Monroe, Louisiana, and look who I found, Johnny Bedford. Johnny, what are you doing here tonight, sir?
Well, I mean, we're close enough to Texas that I couldn't miss this historic event, I guess. You know, the first time here in Louisiana, kind of a second home for me. I'm here quite often coaching and stuff, so I know the commission well, and yeah, I couldn't miss it. It was a great night of fights, obviously, so I was excited to be here in presence.
Which fight surprised you the most tonight? Because you sat ringside, you had a bird's eye view of a lot of interesting fights.
I don't know what surprised me. I think Rothwell was interesting. I think he's going to be a problem in the heavyweight division. He's a big man, 50-some MMA fights at the highest level, so he's competed against the best of the best, and I think that, you know, I think he's got an exciting future for sure.
Speaking of the best, when are we going to see you back in the squared circle?
It's a great question. It's been a little over a year. I dealt with a little bit of injury back in March that put me out of a title defense. I was ready to go, and, you know, I could have probably been ready this card if I would have given some notice, but that's probably part of the more reason why I'm here is to talk to the boss and pick a fight, and let's figure out a date. We're going to do this thing again in December or January. There's a couple things, I guess, that are up in the air. Some states hopefully legalizing this great sport, and if that happens, obviously it'll be big for me and really big news for the company and everyone else. So,
how much would it mean to you to be able to fight again, but for the first time in your home state of Texas?
Well, I think we don't need to beat around the bush or whatever you want to call it. That would be my goal. I'll be fighting in December in Florida, unless Texas opens those floodgates up, and then we'll wait for 2023, January, February 2023. And yeah, this belt's a good defender is the main event for the first time ever in Texas.
Can you give us any hints as to who you might be fighting?
I don't think it's very, it's hard to figure out. The division's kind of messed up in a sense right now with Reggie being the interim champ. No disrespect to Reggie, and I'm glad to find out that he's okay with everything that's going on recently. But I think there's one fight for me, and it's Dat Nguyen. I'm 6-1 in this sport, two-time champ now. I've done everything I've said, and just where we're at right now, there's only one real opponent. Whether that's at 35 or they're talking about opening up a 145-pound champ, it doesn't matter the weight class. I'm just here to fight, and I wouldn't mind collecting a second belt, I guess, if we want to go up to 145, so I can be their first champ as well.
Who would you fight at 145? You got your sights set on anybody?
You know, that's another promotion thing. I think that they're looking for people with the record, the experience to fight for the title. So I think it might actually be Dat and I for a 45-pound belt as well. So we'll see. Mr. Nguyen, if you're listening, you just pick the damn weight class and I'll be there.
All right, Bare Knuckle News fans, we look forward to that fight with Johnny Bedford, with whoever he fights, be Dat Nguyen or anybody in the division. For Bare Knuckle News, I'm Susan Singari, and this is
Johnny Bedford.
And no one, and I mean no one, beats us to the punch.